Welcome to my channel, guys. Today I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful dress with this pattern crepe. Okay, so because of the nature of this crepe, it's shaky. So I'll be doing the drafting on the lining because we'll be attaching lining to this dress because I want it to have that weight. I want it to really come out well. So drawing the pattern line, the border line, I'll be measuring my shoulder to bust point. So that's the bust point. You mark your bust point and you roll it. Then you mark your waistline. Whatever you measured as a waistline, you measure the waistline. The distance from your shoulder to your waistline. So from the waistline, you measure your hip line. The distance between your waistline and your hip. So I'll be using 12 inches for this particular dress. So it depends on whatever you measured. So now from the shoulder, I want to determine the actual length of the gown. Okay, so I'll measure the actual length, mark it out. The actual length of the full length of the gown, where you want the gown to stop. Okay, so mark it out. Then you now decide where you want the straight gown to stop before adding the gathered part or the plaited part. So that's how you need to measure the actual length first. So now from the actual length, so you can now measure about 8 inches or 10 inches upward. It depends on the height of the owner of this dress. Okay, then and also make sure that the distance from your hip to wherever it's going to stop, it's reasonable. It shouldn't be something that if breeze carry it, everything will be out. So just make sure you decide your measurement very well. So we'll go back and measure our neck width, which is 3. Then your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and added half inch for east. Then you come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. Connect your shoulder slope to the neck width. Then measure the armhole. The armhole is your bust round divided by 6 plus 1.5. So whatever I have on the shoulder, I'm bringing it to where I mark as the armhole in order to have a straight line. Then you connect it this way. Then find the distance between where the armhole stop and your bust point. So that line is going to serve as your chest line. So for the front, find the midpoint of this armhole line, go in by 3/4 inch in order to create your smooth armhole curve. You can see this armhole curve. This is for the front. Okay. Then you're now fixing a quarter of your bust round. That's your bust round divided by 4. Whatever you get, fix it in and add your seam allowance. Then on the waistline, your waist round divided by 4. Measure it 1 inch for that and also 2 inches for seam allowance because I'll be putting that. Then on the hip line, measure your hip round divided by 4, then plus 2 inches for seam allowance. There's no that allowance on the hip line. So whatever you have on the hip line, take it to your top length. Okay? Take it to the part where the straight gown is going to stop before the attachment. Then you connect it this way. Then remember your pattern, your lining is going to be on fold. So I added about half inch for joining allowance, or you can make it 1 inch for joining allowance. Then you cut it out. Please cross check and make sure your measurements are perfect or are correct. So I've cut out the front part. I'll go on and use it to cut the back also. Remember to put your lining on fold. So I'm going to align it properly, and remember we're going to add zipper allowance to the back. So I left 1 inch for zipper allowance for the back. So on the waistline, make sure it's 1 inch or whatever allowance you want to use for your zipper allowance. Okay, then secure it properly. So on the waistline, from the center back, mark 3/4 inch from the waistline and connect it slightly. So this method is to help remove the excess fabric from the center back so that your dress or your gown can lie properly on you at the back. There won't be excess fabric. Okay, so you blend it this way. Okay, then the armhole for the back is a bit different from the front. See the way I'm connecting the armhole for the back. You are not going in, you're just going to connect the cuff. Okay, so for the neck width, front and back neck width needs to be the same, so I'll measure 4 inches for the neck width. Whatever neck width you use for the front should be the same thing for the back. Okay, and also the neck depth, I'll be using 5 inches for neck depth. The owner of this dress is not slim, it's not so slim, so we need the neck to be free, and also because of the design at the back, so I want the neck depth at the back to come down a bit so that we can attach the belt or the ribbon properly. So that is why I'm using the same 5 inches for both front and back. So this is it. Then we'll go on and cut it out carefully. Remember, the front and back needs to be on the same length. Then I'm cutting out the excess fabric at the back. So despite cutting out this 3/4 inch from the center back, when you are fixing your zipper is still going to use 1 inch for zipper allowance. Please, despite this, still go on and use your 1 inch for your zipper when sewing your zipper, please. So carefully trim it out. So I'm going to cut out the armhole for the back first. Cut out the shoulder. Then I'll cut the neckline together. So still want to secure it properly so that when I remove it, everything will still be together, will stay in one place, will be stable. So now I'll go on to trim out the armhole for the front. Okay. So now your zipper at the back is not going to stop at the exact place your neckline stop. So I went on to just decide how deep I want the zipper to stop so that the ribbon can be effective. So you're going to come down by about 4 inches. So that means this place where I mark, that is where the zipper is going to stop. Okay, so that place is going to be a bit open and I will use the ribbon to attach it. So this is a pattern fabric that we're using for the right side. So I'm going to fold it carefully, then use the lining to cut it out. So another way you can do, if you don't want to use lining, you can use your pattern paper to drag this out. Then use the pattern paper to now cut your lining and your fabric together. So you see, I still need to put a weight on it while cutting it to avoid it moving around. That is how sensitive that fabric can be. So I cut this out. So I want to go on and fix in the darts. Your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Locate it. So from this bust point, I'm supposed to come down by 2 inches. But mistakenly, I think I came down by 1 inch. So when you're marking yours, make sure you come down by 2 inches from your bust point. Then you measure about 6 inches downward from your waistline. So this is it. Then I'll go on and transfer the lining also to the fabric for the back part. So you place it on it, secure it properly with pin. If you need to apply weight on it, please do also. Because if the fabric should keep moving, it might affect the cutting. So please pardon me for the sun reflection. So just bear with me. So if you watch this video to this point, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. So go on and cut it out also. So this is what we have. We'll go on and transfer the darts to the back also. Remember, we still have a 1/4 inch left from the center back, so you mark out the 1/4 inch before you measure your nipple to nipple distance. Then measure about 6 inches downward and also locate your chest line. So from the chest line, you come down by 1 inch. Remember, the that at the back is always higher. Okay. So guys, I would like to invite you to join my sewing community on YouTube in order to enjoy some special perks for your sewing journey. Okay, it's so affordable. Okay, and also the continuation of this video will be released soon on my channel, so please stay tuned for the sewing tutorial. Okay, and also there's a free WhatsApp group where you can join in order to enjoy our sewing journey. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.